So I'm going to be making some, it's like a scalloped potato casserole. And I got these fresh green beans from the garden. This is only probably about maybe half a cup of green beans. And I'm going to cut it into small pieces so that it more evenly distributes in the casserole. I just wanted to use these green beans, and I'll add some more vegetables to the casserole. Now if you have store-bought green beans or a larger supply of green beans, go ahead and cut these into larger pieces. Now you could probably omit the green beans if you don't want the green beans in the casserole, but I'm just trying to use these because they were in my garden, needing to be used. And see, that's all the green beans I got out of there. Probably about half a cup there, not much. Now I'm going to use one large yellow onion. And then I'm going to add the onion to the casserole dish. And now I'm going to slice some potatoes and add those to the casserole dish. Now I'm leaving the skins on. You're more than welcome to take the skins off. I leave the skins on because they are more fiber. Okay, that's probably enough potatoes there. That was probably at least 10 potatoes. And I'm just going to mix that up with everything in there. Make sure I get those beans all over the casserole. And now I'm going to add some pork meat, some canned pork meat. I got to drain the juices. I'm going to take a fork and break up that pork meat. Add it to the casserole. I wanted this to be a complete meal. Usually, scalloped potatoes is a complete meal because it's got the protein from the milk, but I wanted to make this even more of a complete meal by adding some meat to it too. I'm going to mix up that meat in there. And that's probably good enough. We don't have to have it completely full. Now I'm going to be combining what I do have of cheese. I have this probably about 1 cup maybe of cheddar here. And then I have this probably 1 cup of Italian style cheese. And I'm going to combine the two, which means I need to grate the cheddar. I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl to mix these two cheeses. So yeah, that's a little bit more than a cup of cheddar cheese. Probably about 1 1/3 cup. And I'm going to mix it with this cheese. So now it's time to make the sauce. So I'm going to turn the burner on medium. And I have a feeling I want to season this with adobo seasoning. So I'm going to sprinkle some adobo seasoning on, that's about half a stick of butter right there. And we're going to melt that on medium. So I'm going to sprinkle this casserole with adobo seasoning. And then I think I'll use some pepper too. And just kind of mix that up in there. I love the combination of adobo and pork, so that's why I decided to use adobo seasoning. And I think it will go well with the cheese too. So I'm going to try and flatten this out. And I'm going to go ahead and get our oven preheated to 425. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/3 cup of flour. And mix that up to create a roux. Now I'm going to add, let's see, this is 1 quart of milk. So you want to stir this until it starts to thicken up. And it's already starting to thicken up. Okay, now add about 2 handfuls of cheese and save the rest to go on top of the potato casserole. And stir in the cheese until it melts. And pour the sauce on top of the casserole. And top the casserole with the rest of the cheese. And crack some pepper on top. And pop it in the oven for 1 hour. Okay, this looks like it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. It only cooked for 55 minutes. Here is up close. Now let's get some of it up and see what it tastes like. Looks good.